Thanks again for tuning in to another newly listed on the CSE clip. Today, I am joined by Branden Haynes. Branden is the CEO of Hawkmoon Resources Corp, which is just listed with us this week. So Branden, thank you so much for your time. How are you today?
I'm doing great. After almost 2 years, we're finally up and trading.
Of course. Branden, why don't we just jump right into it? Let's begin by talking a little bit about Hawkmoon Resources. What is the vision behind this project and company?
The vision for Hawkmoon Resources is essentially exploring for gold in Quebec. But where we're trying to differ ourselves is having things such as multilingual news releases, establishing ourselves firmly in the Quebec culture. Quebecers are proud of their French tradition, and so we're respecting that. As all our properties are in Quebec, our listing property and a soon to be new announced property, we want to move forward with taking advantage of all that Quebec has to offer. Tax incentives, fantastic deposits and mines located within close distance, and finally, excellent permits for drilling within 2 to 6 weeks. So very short wait times beyond some other jurisdictions. It's a very pro-mining jurisdiction to work in, and we're absolutely thrilled to be a part of it.
Branden, those points that you've laid out talking about Quebec, I think those are all great reasons why you're so bullish on that region. What was the strategy behind the direct listing and going public?
Well, we chose to do a brokered IPO. It is costly and it's a long process of about 6 months and a cost of about $250,000. But what you have essentially is, if I can use the analogy of a used car and a new car, it's a new car with no mileage. So we know every shareholder. It's brand new on the markets, and there's no previous shareholders from another entity that are just wanting to clear out their stock and move on. We have 287 investors. Each one of them has been handpicked, majority by myself and my management team, and we're very proud of raising $2.1 million and being able to have this accomplishment under the 2-year mark.
As you should be. So, Branden, why don't we talk a little bit about your background? Tell us a little bit about how you've ended up into this role, and then maybe we can get into your team and the expertise you've put together to move this company forward.
Okay. I became interested in finance and the markets when I was a teen. I was actually, I rented the movie Wall Street with Michael Douglas and Charlie Sheen one night at Rogers Video. And I said to my parents after that, that's what I want to do. I want to get into finance. And so it was a goal from that point forward. Did I went to UBC, and then I've spent time in the brokerage industry for a number of years. I left that and started working directly with companies, providing investor relations, helping them go public, and working on IPOs and reverse takeovers. So during this time, I had a dream of starting my own company at one point and incorporating it, seeing it list. I was able to view a lot of marketing wins that worked for companies, and then ones that didn't work as well. I could see various strategies that were successful or not. And so I'm trying to take what I've learned over the last 20 years in this industry and apply that to Hawkmoon and see where we can go.
Got it. What about some of your team members? I would imagine you've got some notable team members to help assist you into making this project move forward.
There's just a small board of 4 people. We do plan to bring on another individual with backings in geology, as well as someone from Quebec, so that we align ourselves further with that province. But on our team currently, the main geologist and VP of explorations is Thomas Clark. Tom and I have known each other as friends for a long time. He has a master's degree from Johannesburg in South Africa. He's worked in many big mines and deposits around the world. But his key success for him personally was in Quebec. He was the original founder of Laurier Gold. Those claims that he held were acquired by Bonterra Resources, BTR. And BTR brought him on board as the VP of Exploration a number of years ago. He was the primary founder in the Gladiator deposit, which is in the Urban-Barry Gold Camp and has 1 million ounces. This is the flagship for Bonterra. So Tom's got a great eye for properties, showings. My nickname for him is actually Sniffy. He can sniff out gold.
Great talent.
Yes. So he's a very, a key piece for us to have. Our CFO is Jeff Balderson, runs Harmony Corporate Services, back office, bookkeeping, some accounting. Jeff has years of experience in this industry. He was a broker as well. He provided great assistance in assembling the first draft of our initial prospectus. He understands compliance and all aspects of the market. So he's really been my right-hand man as far as this process has come about. Lastly, we have Hugh Oswald, another close friend of mine. He's our director. And Hugh has a background in primarily in investor relations, but he's also has an accounting background. So he was able to work as our independent audit committee. Hugh is incredible on the phone, friendly, easygoing guy, great to talk to, very enthusiastic, and has a good knack for raising capital. So that's the full scope of the team. All four of us come from different experiences, but we do have combined 80 years together.
Got it. So we talked a little bit about your vision, your focus within the region of Quebec. Branden, over the last little while, obviously we've seen a lot of companies be very bullish about Quebec as a jurisdiction they want to move projects forward in. What would you say differentiates a company like Hawkmoon and your current project from some of your other peers?
Well, you bring up a good point about Quebec. Claims tend to cost a bit more than other jurisdictions, but they are worth it for the advantages we had previously discussed. The Romeo project, it's the old chestnut of an area play. Okay. And essentially when we did first buy it, it was largely just Christmas trees that had an airborne survey. But we've spent $125,000 on the property, and we've been able to identify what our geologist has interpreted as a bank draft, or pardon me, a bank draft that appears to go right into Windfall, which is the nearby deposit from Osisko Mining. As Osisko OSK has recently had a very positive PEA come out that they're looking at building an operational mine with their Windfall and Lynx deposit. So for us, we're excited to be less than 15 kilometers away from Windfall and have Osisko claims surround us on 3 sides. Our property has had work done to establish 6 shear zones, with number 6 being the highest geological anomaly for us. We're going to do a program this summer on that, and we're looking to bring up samples and expand what's there. So shear zone 6 is the most promising that heads into the Osisko property.
Having that property adjacent to Osisko definitely adds to the pros on why investors should be looking at a company like Hawkmoon. I want to end off with, where can our viewers go to find out more information about not only yourself and your team, but your project and what you guys are doing to move forward? Yes,
primarily the website is the best place for information. www.hawkmoonresources.com. The name Hawkmoon originates actually from my dad's company, Nighthawk Electric, and our sailboat, the Moontide. Spent many years sailing. So I put the two together to make the name Hawkmoon. Yeah, hawkmoonresources.com would be the best bet. Of course, the CSE website is another great place to go. And you can find stock information on your usual channels, Stock Watch or what have you. Our symbol is HM, very easy to remember. And we are trading on the CSE.
Perfect. Branden, as always, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, talk to our audience about the newly listed company, Hawkmoon Resources.
Thank you.
We at CSE wish you and your team nothing but success in the coming months and years as you move your project forward. I'm Anil Mull. I represent the Canadian Securities Exchange. And today I was sitting down with Branden Haynes, the CEO of Hawkmoon Resources, which is now trading on the Canadian Securities Exchange. I appreciate you joining us. And if you like content like this and are interested in finding out more about the Canadian or generally the capital markets and up and coming companies, feel free and hit that subscribe button. Share this content with your family and friends that might be interested. We truly appreciate your support. And again, thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Anil. Take care.
And thank you. Thank you for tuning in to another newly listed on the CSE. Please feel free to hit like and share this content and hit subscribe if you haven't already.